Hello guys, today I am going to be showing you guys, well, I'm not showing you guys, I'll be giving my Horse Ranch review. I'm not saying an expansion because it's not. So that's the reason why I'm not saying it. Just Horse Ranch. Now Horse Ranch came out 5 days ago, almost a week ago now, getting pretty close to it. A lot of people are not happy with this pack, and some people I do have to agree, some people I disagree with. Uh, I think the pack is okay. just, just quotation okay. I'm not sure what to think of it. Honestly, I think that's pretty okay. I don't think it's bad. All right, I don't think it's bad at all. Um, actually, I take that back. There are some things that I'm kind of disappointed about. But first of all, let's start with the settings. And the settings are, let's just say, they're underwhelming. Unlike the most recent expansion and game packs, we have no settings for horses or anything like that. And that's kind of strange because with the most recent expansion packs, uh, in-game packs, we've had these pack settings available to us. So that way we can actually enable our game more or disable it to the way we like it. But for some weird odd reason, there are no new options here for Horse Ranch. At least for werewolves, there's something, right? Where we can limit werewolves to Moo and Mill, where they don't show up in any other world. That's just strange. Uh, all the way back to Get Famous, I believe. Yeah, we had a setting for Get Famous, where you can stay out of the spotlight, and that way you don't gain any fame. Because those are the simmers who want to just, have a normal life without getting fame. Um, Eco Lifestyle, that's for like the eco footprint gameplay, so it disables it or enables it. I have it enabled right now. Um, then we have werewolves, limit werewolves to Miller Mill. We have high school years enable, uh, like we have these. Enable ASIM. If disabled, ASIM will no longer appear in grown on Sims or grown on Sims through gameplay. This does not apply to Game Pack Parenthood. Oh, so that means like hair growth, I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry. And then NPC relationship automate, which means like some Sims can ask you out on a date or something like that. It's like, yeah. And then going together, we have self-discovery, and then we have some career layoffs. Now, ever since I've had Growing Together, I've never had some things happen to me. Like, I've never had a burnout at work, or I've had a few self-discoveries. I love the milestones. I'll have to do a Growing Together review at some point, because I don't think I've done one yet. But, yeah, I'm reviewing the most recent one right now, Horse Ranch. Now, the new world, let me go to Manage Worlds for this. I'm just going to go to Manage Worlds. Um, is Chestnut Ridge. And the world, it's mid. It's a little disappointing because of how small it is, because it kind of reminds you of Delaso Valley size. But, for example, like with Moowood Mill, it is more open, so you can actually explore it more freely without more loading screens, which is nice. But unlike Moowood Mill, there are a few boundaries for each area, so you're not going to be able to go from one place to another. Like you can't be at one edge of the map and go to the other edge of the map without seeing a loading screen. Unlike Moowood Mill, you can be on the other side, like you can be on the bunker and bar, and you can go all the way south towards like I'm not even sure um you can go from the bunker and bar all the way to the to Lake Lundvik or even go to Greg's trailer. So yeah, there are no restrictions in Moowood Mill. But in Chestnut Ridge, the new world for Horse Ranch, and may I say, the atmosphere and the way that the world looks really does fit uh, the PAX vibe. And that's the way it is with a lot of worlds. However, the thing is with the world is it's small and it doesn't really look like an expansion pack world worth of lots. It looks like a game packs world. Like it looks like It really reminds you of Dosa Valley. So here's the new world that came with Chestnut Ridge. And I do like it. I mean, it's okay. Like, we have, like, the central area right here that I do go to sometimes for the little time I've had it, so yeah. And then we also have the Gulch, which kind of reminds you of, I don't know, Vlad's house from Forgotten Hollow, or from Vampires, so yeah. We have the town square, which kind of reminds you of the Vampires world, Forgotten Hollow. And then we have another area. Now this is kind of like the ranch area of the world. And then this is like the town square where you go to buy your stuff and your horses and whatnot. You come here for competitions as well. So really nice. And then here in Galloping Gulch, it's more of like a, I don't know what to call it. Honestly, I honestly don't know what to call it. Visit, build. No, we're good. We're good on that. But unlike Moonwood Mill, actually, I'm going to go back to Chestnut Ridge for a second. You can see how we have these boundaries. And yeah, we can't go from Galloping Gulch all the way to Ryder's Glen. It's not possible. And that is kind of disappointing. Especially if you can do it from Moonwood Mill. Like, if I go to Moonwood Mill, you don't see these boundaries, boundary outlines. Like, see, like, if I hover over this lot or these lots, those boundary outlines do not show up. So the world is fully explorable. So like, I can go to the Bunker and Bar and go all the way over here to the Howling Point, or even come over here to the Moonwood Mill Collective, Werewolf Pack Hangout with no problem. There's no restrictions. So I could be on any lot, and I can actually come here anytime I want. But that's not the case with Chestnut Ridge, unfortunately. So it's kind of disappointing. That's my only nitpick with it for right now. There's probably more, I can assure you. But this world, the Moonwood Mill, kind of exceeds on that. Like, in other words, it's better. I feel like it's more open world. Despite it only having 5 lots, I feel like it's more explorable. Chestnut Ridge only has like 8 more lots than Moonwood Mill, and it feels like it's more enclosed and more secluded, which is kind of disappointing. I wish there was like less boundary restrictions, and you can go in any place you want. But unfortunately, unlike Moonwood Mill, like I said, it's not open. Like, it's not that open. So there's restrictions. There's boundaries from where you can and can't go. So yeah. The world, I'll give a solid 3 out of 10, maybe even a 3.5, maybe 4 at most. But I can't go any higher than 4. I feel like it's just too small. And we have to go looking back, like, at previous worlds that came with the expansion pack, like, Get Together Windenburg. You can't compare this. Like, I mean, look at this when you look at freaking Chestnut Ridge. I love this world. This is my favorite world in the entire game. I'm not joking. It is my favorite world in the entire game. It's so damn big. Yeah, it does have the restrictions that Chestnut Ridge does, but the scenery of this world is what makes it freaking fantastic. All right, like, I love these wind turbines. I love like this upper, almost suburban area. We have almost an urban area, and then maybe a rural area over here. I'm not even sure, but it feels like it has those different categories of where you can live, and that's what I like about it. There's also these paint trees that you might want to get your sim married at, or have your sims marry under, or something like that. This is my favorite world in the entire game. I'm not joking. My least favorite world in the entire game is this one right here. This is my least favorite world in the entire game. Can you see why? I'm pretty sure you can. There's only 3 lots, and you can't actually edit them without using cheats. Poor Bat2. Let's just get out of this dumpster, shall we? So back to the actual gameplay. I don't want to keep you guys waiting. Alright, so let's go back, because I'm living in Brindleton Bay, which is my second favorite world in the entire game, which came with cats and dogs. Uh, so I just want to explain something right now. The horses' animations are actually so damn good. Like they work their asses off when they come to animating with them. Like they are animated so well. Um, I mean that is already a huge plus. Is that the horses are animated so greatly. Like they are just so good. Uh, they have a realistic sleep animation too. So like if they're sleeping, they have a good night sleep. I'm not even sure. Um, like with cats and dogs, they do have a special bed, so you can they can sleep in them, and they can only sleep in them, and they have a cool little animation. So, yeah. There are breeds. The only thing I am seeing with a few things are a few glitches. Number one, I don't have a huge problem with this because it doesn't game. It's not game breaking, I suppose. I just want to throw it out. Is that uh, when you choose what horse breed you want, I've chosen to replace my horse breed with a stallion. I have no idea why, but if I hover over George here, which is my horse, as you can see, it says uh, male stallion. So yeah, adult horse stallion. It's a male. I'm not sure, but you can actually see their needs, unlike cats and dogs. As you can see, hunger, energy, fun, social, and hygiene, just like your Sims. As you can see, hunger, energy, and fun are good, and social hygiene are excellent. Now, there are a few new skills, including with horses. Before you even go any further, though, I will explain right now that horses are not controllable, so you can't actually click on them and tell them where to go or tell them what to do, which I think does make sense. Um, Plus, it'll be a little bit harder to control your horses anyway. So, like, because you'd be controlling your two human sims, then you'd be controlling your actual horse. So I'm glad that you can't actually control your horse, in my opinion. I feel like it would just be too much to actually control your sims and your horse. Um, but yeah, so I just want to explain that real quickly. Now, with my little mini ranch, I'm just going to call this mini ranch because it's literally a mini ranch. It didn't take me that long to build, surprisingly, despite me being on console. Um, I think it looks great. Like, I think it looks great. Here's the inside. We have the bed. It is a pretty wide house. Like, it looks weird because of how, how wide it is and how thin it is. But hey, it's whatever. At least it has a toilet. At least my house is not going to be in the freaking no toilets category. I love these jokes, man. I love these Sims 4 memes. But anyway, Sims now will now be able to have the option to actually have the rancher trait with this pack. And as you can see, these Sims excel at ranch life and take pride in their work. They enjoy ranch chores and caring for their livestock. Um, Now, there is a positive and a negative for having this trait. If you don't care for your livestock for a period of time, your Sims will get tense and think the ranch is falling apart. But if you do care for your ranch, you'll get a happy amulet telling you that you're doing a good job at your livestock or something. And it's an okay trait to have. I don't find any use for it besides having a better time at ranch life, I guess. So if you're wanting to actually, raise horses, have a little ranch that I built here, uh, then this pack might fit your style. Um, I have a little nice grill that came with the pack. I like this grill, by the way. People think it's repetitive, but this is like the only nice looking, realistic grill we have. And there is something in the live stream that they said about this grill. I forgot what it was, so please forgive me. But this grill was based on something. Um, I guess I don't remember. Um, but yeah. So horses have three different ages, like cats and dogs do. They can be foals, adults, and elders. Foals being the definition or the equivalent to puppies and kittens, or I guess babies for regular Sims. Um, yeah. So if we was to get Dean to come and get on George here and mount up, that'd be fantastic. Hopefully, we won't get bucked off because that would be really bad if that happens. So, can you please get your ass over here, Dean? Also, the sounds are just spot on. Nina Caliente, can you please freaking go away? Sometimes, actually, I want to explain before we mount up here. Hopefully, we don't get bucked off. But I do want to show you guys something here. Is that horses do have their own skills. They have 4 of them, I'm pretty sure. They have temperament, they have agility, they have jumping, and they have endurance. Temperament being the most important because, in my opinion, if you don't have any temperament, you're going to get bucked off, like, constantly. The higher your temperament is, the more efficiently your Sims are going to actually ride and mount. Sorry, I can't speak. Without temperament, your Sim is much more likely to get bucked off. So, yeah. Agility means how fast your horse can run, obviously. Jumping, how good they can jump. We know it. And they also have their own values. So if you win competitions, depending on their age, their skills, their previous, like, you guys know. This is wrong, so please ignore that. Why does it say stallion for the gender? That's so weird. We know it's a male. Stop being a freaking dumbass. I know it's a freaking Arabian, but for some reason, like, it just didn't put it right for some reason. Adult horse, stallion. It's a male. You dumbass. Alright. Let's see if he gets bucked off. I bet $2 he's gonna get bucked off. Yay, I keep my $2. He didn't get bucked off. Let's go. So, while you're mounted on your horse, like I said, there is a chance to get bucked off every time, but if you have a high temperament skill for your horse, the chances of getting bucked off are pretty slim, so. It also depends on your mood. As you can see, he's sad right now. Let's go over... Wait, is he getting bucked off? He did get bucked off. Oh, I lost $2. Why? The freaking mood, I think, what caused him to get bucked off. And your Sim can either get uncomfortable or embarrassed. Let's find out what she got here. He got uncomfortable. Bucked off horse from being thrown off from a horse. Ouch! Dean is feeling a bit sore after being thrown from a horse. Yeah, poor Dean. Let's try again. Alright. Second time's a charm, eh? Get back on. You're getting a bit hungry, though. Not good. Hopefully you don't starve to death. Kind of like dogs, they do have 2 outfits. Like, this would be like the walking outfit, which is their saddle. Don't ask me why it's this color. I actually picked a different color than this. I did not pick this color. It looks like a Barbie color or something. So please, just like, I did not pick that saddle. The game is glitching out, I'm pretty sure. And that is bound to happen, and it's pretty much a meme at this point with the game. So I'm just going to try it. Alright, hopefully they fixed it, although I do have doubts. Why does it always have to rain in Brindleton Bay? That's literally the only reason why I hate Brindleton Bay, is if you have seasons installed, it literally rains here 24/7. I'm not joking. And during winter, it also snows here a lot, so, yeah, be prepared to get a lot of snow and rain here if you have seasons. It rains and snows here 24/7, so, be prepared. Man, that sucks. Just when I thought he didn't get bucked off, he got bucked off. That is just... The game teased me, okay? Like, it literally teased me. Can you get mounted? Oh my god, George is looking at you. Are you going to get on? On horseback. Yeah. Please don't get bucked off this time. Okay, yeah, we're good now. He didn't get bucked off. That's good. Now, riding a horse is actually pretty fast. I'm pretty sure it's actually faster than werewolves run, so I'm not even sure how fast it is. But there are 3 different speeds. You can either walk, trot, or canter to your place. Like, here's trotting, which is like the medium speed. We have the walking, which is the slow speed. Then we have the canter. So the cantering is actually really nice. It's fast. Like, it's really fast. And you have to have a which I didn't even mention this. I should have mentioned this. Wow, Andrew, how stupid. Oh, wrong one. I need to go to skills, you jackass. We have horse riding. I got level 3 currently, so the higher your horse riding is, the more efficient your sim is at horse riding. Rice hoarding? What? Okay, I am losing my freaking mind. Okay, yeah. Alright. So, like I said, the higher your horse riding skill is, the more efficient they are at riding. And I'm pretty sure that also affects how often you get bucked off. I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and let's trot here. It's the medium speed. So let's go ahead and check that out. Oh, he's energized now. I think the animations are just fantastic. Like they really are spot on. They really are spot on. Going for a nice little leisurely stroll. Blah 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 blah. I can't speak. Don't worry, you'll get used to it. You're halfway to level 4. Come on. He's like, ah! He's kind of scared, guys. As your sim rides the horse, though, they get better. It'll be alright. Again, the animations are fantastic. Like, they are really fantastic. He's the only one that's in a good mood now. His wife is still in a bad mood. And she's also hungry, and she wants to freaking harvest prairie grass. I can't speak. I cannot speak at all, guys. And then he wants to win a master horse competition. That's going to take some time, unfortunately. Yeah, don't get bucked off, please. Because they can still get bucked off even when they're on, like, not when they initially get on, but they can still get bucked off. I'm pretty sure there's 3 determinations of whether they get bucked off or not. I'm pretty sure it depends on your horse riding skill, the horse's actual temperament skill, and I believe it depends on your mood as well. So if you're in a positive mood, such as energized, confident, or anything like that, or even focus for that matter, I feel like focus would be a good emotion for that as well. I'm not sure. But negative emotions will also impact. Because one time I was actually testing with it, my sim was in a bad emotion, and they seem to have gotten bucked off more often. And maybe it was just me. Maybe it was just my luck. I'm not sure. But your sims tend to get bucked off a lot often than you think. So try to increase your horse riding, the horse temperament skill, and have a good emotion as frequently as you can, because I think all 3 of those will impact whether your horse bucks off your sim or not. So, yeah. The pack is great, alright. It does have a few issues with it, like the bugs, obviously. I mean, that's not obviously a surprise. We're going to see bugs with a lot of packs. It's just inevitable, unfortunately. At least it's not like My Wedding Stories. My Wedding Stories is the absolute disaster. Yeah. I give the pack a solid 5. It's average, alright. Is it worth your money? I don't think so. Wait for it to go on sale. I got it full price because I was like, I want to check this pack out. By the way, is this horse poop? No, it's not. I thought it was horse poop for a second, but no, it is a wild tulip flower out of nowhere, literally. Well, at least it's getting water right now because it's raining. It's only light rain though. But yeah, I think the pack is solid. It's average. I don't hate it. The animations are great. Another nitpick I have with it, though, is what I was just mentioning a few moments ago.
is your sim getting bucked off. I think your sim gets bucked off a little too often. I feel like they might need to nerf that just a little bit, because I think it happens too often. Like 5 times out of 10, when my sim gets on the horse, they actually get on successfully. But other times, a lot of other times, when they get on, 9 times out of 10, they get bucked off. So I feel like they get bucked off more times than they get on successfully. So I feel like they should nerf that, in my opinion. Maybe. To make it a little bit more fair, a little bit more balanced. Because I feel like it just happens way too often. I'm sorry, how can I have a good time if my sim gets bucked off way too often? Because when I was experimenting with it the other day, I felt like it was just happening way too often. Like, way too often. Another thing I want to mention is unicorns. Unicorns did not come to this pack, and that is a huge, huge missed opportunity. Like, bro, you could have easily implemented unicorns. Okay, first of all, you have a normal horse, right? Then you just have like an occult pet, right? You know how there's like 5 occults in this game, right? 7 if you count the temperament ones, or the temporarily ones, or the temporary occult sims, or like uh, just 1 second, guys. I forgot the word. How can I forget the word? I'm 17 years old. Come on, Andrew. Andrew, can you please get this right? Ugh. I was gonna say life forms. I think, is life forms the best word for this, or am I thinking of another word that should be the better word? Life stage. Yeah, life stage. There we go. Yeah. Oh, it was like on the back on my brain. Like, it was literally hanging out in my brain. But I finally got it. Yeah. Temporary life stage. I'm so sorry, guys. I forgot the word. Ugh. I'm an absolute fool. Unlike the permanent ones, unless you find a cure for them, like werewolves, spellcasters, vampires, those occults. Those are permanent unless you find a cure for them. So, yeah, I feel like the horses are fantastic. The only thing about the horses themselves, I feel like your sim gets bucked off way too often. Just way too often to not have any fun. Like, you can't actually get on your horse and have fun if your sim gets bucked off too often. Like, yeah, it's cool that your sims can get bucked off, but it's kind of funny, but it's also not funny if it happens way too much, in my opinion. I think they need to nerf it just a little. Like, they need to nerf it by a little, I think. It happens way too often. And I lost a $2 bet when I thought I freaking kept it, too. Like, 2 seconds later, like, after I said that, oh, yay, I won the $2. Then I go over to where I want to go to, and the options are not there. Then I go back to my horse, turning around to find a spot to buck me off. That's how it ended there. Like, I'm not even joking. Go back and rewind the video, and you'll actually see it. But I give the pack a solid 4.5. It's just, the build mode and cast also really do fit the theme as well. But the build mode it repeats, like, from previous packs, and I feel like that's just a huge disappointment. There's a huge repetitive scheme going on, and it's so repetitive. I just don't like. The pack is okay. Few things wrong with it, but solid nonetheless. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and if you agree with any of the things I had on this video for your review, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys like to disagree with anything, yeah, leave it in the comment. Bye, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye.